Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga, etc. and I'm here today to bring you the review for Fairy Tail Manga chapter 444. So the chapter starts off where it left off last chapter, and we basically find out that how everyone's fine, everyone who's on the island is now safe, on the verge of being safe, because these fishing boats have come by, and now like everyone's getting aboard these fishing boats like just for safety. So we find out that everyone is safe, everyone's on these fishing boats. This bit wasn't really important, really. The only important thing about this bit is how we get Urza, and she's talking about Brandish's magic, and we basically find out. And to me, like, finding out the truth of how her magic works, it kind of mitigated her magic for me, and like made her less impressive. But the fact how the amount of control and what she can do with her magic is still an impressive feat. But we find out that how her magic is to basically control mass. She can make it larger and she can make it smaller. We find out that the island that they were on, it didn't disappear, that it was merely only shrunk. And this is the only important bit in this bit of the chapter, of them being saved, them being on the fishing boats. One thing else I do want to mention, something that I noticed. It was on page 5. If you read it on Manga Stream, if you didn't notice this, I recommend you go back and look at it, because it was quite funny when I realized it. But there's this guy, and it looks like he was like preying Lucy's butt, because he just did it like this. And Lucy's right there, just bent over, like the whole fan service thing, and then you just got that guy there just looking at her butt. I was like, what? And like, is he really doing that? And I was like, I found it quite funny at the time. But after this, in the second bit of the chapter, we have Mest, and he has teleported like everyone from Fairy Tail that's with them to the coordinates of where the spy told them to meet up. We find out that Mest did in fact make contact with the spy, and she, because we do find out later in the chapter that it's a she gave him the coordinates of where they should meet up later. So Mest, when he woke up, was able to teleport them all there. And this bit is not really important to me either, really. We just basically find out how it's Angel from Jilao's crew that's the spy, and she's gonna take them to where Makarov is, because she apparently knows where Maverick is. So they're all heading there in this new vehicle thing, and they're just heading to Alvaries, I guess. The rest of the chapter is spent on Maverick, and Makarov, sorry. And the first thing I want to say about Makarov, even though it's only been a year, he looks like he's aged a lot. He looks like a really, really old man now. And I was like, whoa, you had a rough year. But that's not even the case, because we basically find out from this bit of the chapter that Maverick he's been housed by Alvaries for this year. He's had good living conditions, like he's free. I don't think any fact that he is a prisoner. He is there of his own accord, and he is there, and he just trying to make negotiations still, and we find out that these negotiations need to be made with this guy that he's playing cards with, because the Emperor was not there at the time until the end of the chapter, where we find out that the Emperor is in fact Zarif. Now, when I found this, like, I was like, oh. Like, I wasn't shocked, I wasn't hyped up in any way, I was just like, oh. And then I went on to think, like, so how does that work? And I was like, okay, so the chapter is done now. So I know probably a lot of you guys out there was like, oh my gosh, Zarif's the Emperor of Alvaries, but to me it's like not a big deal, really. Like, I'm just so we'll see where the story goes on from here. That's everything I got to say in this chapter. Like always, I'm asking for the rating for this chapter. It will be a 3.5 star rating. It was a bit better than the usual chapter, so I'll give it a 3.5-star rating. But like always, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. But most importantly, take care. Have a nice day. I just had a little think, and now that I realised that Zarif is the emperor of Alveres, I am even more. I'm confused, cause like Zarif as a villain is confusing. Because we know that Zarif created Natsu to kill him. A couple chapters ago, not too long ago, Zarif said to the Black Dragon that the war between the dragons, the humans, and the demons is about to begin. And in this chapter, the old man said that the Emperor of Alveres, referring to Zarif, is fully acknowledges that the peace of Ishgar needs to be maintained. So I'm starting to think, what is Zarif doing? I need clarification. Because I'm hella confused right now. And yeah, that's it, guys. Take care. Have a nice day.